It's Thursday night. You know what that means. A little under the weather with the cold weather. But it's spooky season, which can only mean one thing.
Yep.
It's the third Saturday in October.
It is. It seems like it came early this year.
And I hate Tennessee.
Well, we all do. Why do we hate Tennessee?
Because they low down, they dirty, they some snitches.
I just hate it.
They want to be us.
Oh,
These are all facts.
I hate them.
These are all very accurate,
I hate them.
dependable, verifiable,
I hate them.
peer-reviewed facts.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So we were just together 24 hours ago for After Dark, which if you miss After Dark...
Hey, turn that. I know you can't hear that music the way I do. You need to turn it down. Keep
pretty
going
loud.
down. Yeah, keep going down.
How's that?
That might be okay right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you suck.
Zero.
You suck at this producing thing.
Yeah, dude, I'm not a producer.
No. In these headphones, it's like 50.
Well, maybe don't wear headphones.
Well,
That might be a you problem.
maybe I'm deaf.
Me too, man. I got a disability rating for it.
Only disability rating you guys for ugly.
That too. How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh,
Two
Feeling
sleeps
good.
away from a massive rivalry game in Knoxville.
got some old friends in the chat.
Yeah, we do. Red?
Oh, Red, where have you
Yeah.
been? Where have you
Yeah.
been? Where did you go?
Why Bill comments 3 times and everything? I don't know, but
I don't know. He does. It's a
I hit
Napoleon
enter
complex.
once and I hit
Because
enter
it
once.
says,
And
your comment says all. You're commenting from all things. You just select your
It's okay. It's
YouTube
okay.
profile where
We
it says
can let it
all.
ride. Before we jump into anything too massive, you guys know the drill. Please do the dang thing. Tell them what to do, Chris.
Get over to YouTube and hit the like button. And then we need you to subscribe. We need it. We need that, and hit the notification bell so you know every time we post something stupid or untruthful, or maybe we didn't do our
Where you going?
maybe we didn't do our research on something, and maybe we just don't know what we're talking about. But you can catch it right there.
That's most of the time.
I feel
It
like
won't be hard to
there's-
find that kind of material from us.
I feel like there's a deeper story there that you want
No,
to
there's not a story.
for sure. How's everybody doing, chat? How you feeling?
Oh, Red.
Where you at?
Oh, look, Red is on her anniversary trip,
Where you at? Happy anniversary.
and she's
Look at
spending it
this.
with us.
How about that?
You're
Speaking
spending
of
your
After
anniversary
Dark.
with us.
because we're
That's
that.
so awesome.
Maybe
Oh yeah.
maybe we
that
need an
kind of
anniversary
quality.
song.
Cat.
Wanna make love to you,
Hey.
woman.
Look,
I want to
Look,
lay you down by the fire.
J-Bait posted on the live at 5:24 p.m.
Very
Now, we didn't
white
go
Yeah,
live 6 minutes ago.
And
Yeah,
It said,
props out to the
"That's
comment.
a real one, bro."
he
That was at
We
4:24
love you,
our
Ray.
time.
he was in
Central
line
time.
like he was going to Taylor Swift concert.
That was
Right,
3.5
he was-
hours before we dropped.
He- Gelato, what's up? He was waiting to get the new
Gelato.
iPhone, man.
We got the
Helen,
iPhone
Georgia.
11 rolling.
Helen, Georgia.
It's in the hot 50s where I am.
I have to ask a question. Red, have you guys went to the Cabbage Patch Hospital yet? That's what I want to know.
Alright.
Man, Helen, Georgia, that's where the Cabbage Patch General Hospital is.
She wants to talk about Tennessee, bro.
Yeah, but I
man,
want to know if she went to
Cabbage
that
Patch,
creepy ass hospital.
Yeah.
Not this trip.
Man,
They
they got
want to talk about Tennessee,
look.
but
They suck.
they got that. It's that puke orange, that inside of a pumpkin orange. It just can't
Orange.
sit like
It's that orange you can't sit
I don't
with.
I don't like Auburn, but I hate Tennessee.
Yes.
I hate Tennessee.
Yeah.
I dislike Auburn, but I hate Tennessee.
It's crazy, guys. We're halfway through the football season already.
I know, man. We're going into week
That's
8.
what's great. That's
Yeah.
What is
insane.
our health check
Hey.
at the halfway point?
What did you say?
What?
What's our health check at the halfway point?
Well, I'm happy that you brought that up because, with the new SEC rules,
Our mental health.
we have to post updates on these things. And so, as of right now, today, we've got 2 players out for Tennessee, and neither are starters. That's going to be Daniel Hill, freshman running back, Caden Jones, linebacker. We've got 3 players also listed as injured but probable. Damani Jackson, Yanzi Pierre, and Keon Sabb. I don't know what the hell happened to Keon Sabb. Anybody know what happened to Keon?
I have no idea.
What's up? Bama was in there too.
I thought he
Where
got
have
a
y'all
shot to the
been?
ribs.
We already got on the Southern Red. Where you been, Bama girl? Explain yourself.
You are. Link.
But well,
Explain yourself to
And
trans-
Kat is loyal.
yeah, I'm not
She's
really
here.
sure. Not really sure what the news is there on Keon Sabb. We'll see. Kendrick Law, Kobe Prentice, who have been listed as questionable for 2 weeks, are no longer listed on the availability report per Nick Kelly. We all love Nick Kelly.
friend of the show.
Which
Shout out
means
Nick
both
Kelly.
of those, both cruising. Both of those guys are probably going to play Saturday. Kendrick Law being a very important piece to Alabama's offense, and I think you'll see a significant impact immediately. Stay out the private chat, Chris.
If they can figure out how to use them.
We miss you too, Bama girl. We're happy you're here. Roll Tide. There we go. We have to hate Auburn. We choose to hate Tennessee. I love that. Fantastic. I agree with that. It does go fast, Keith. Before we know it, it's going to be the postseason. Heck,
Yep.
the new first college football playoff poll is right around the corner.
3 weeks away.
Yeah, right around the corner. So,
Yeah.
a lot going
Yeah.
on in the world of college football.
True.
golly, man, it's crazy. It's going to be a great weekend.
It's a great Saturday.
It's going to be a great Saturday. Bill found the private chat.
Oh, jeez.
We missed you too. Anyway, it's going to be a great weekend for football.
Welcome to the golden age of
What?
It's okay. The premier game is going to be Georgia going down to Austin to take on.
Who's live in the kitchen? I hear pots and pans banging.
Bill's got family over there cooking.
Are your earphones?
That's right.
Give me a minute.
That's right. Aunt Eunice is over there. Well, he's like, would y'all shut the hell up?
That computer. Hang on a second.
I want to hear in the chat. Obviously we're all here to talk Alabama, Tennessee, but outside of that game, what game are you looking forward to the most? And if you say Georgia, Texas, you're basic. What, Chris? I know what game you're going to pick. Go ahead, Chris.
LSU, Arkansas.
I think that's because you probably feel like there's an upset of brewing.
We'll talk about it later.
That's probably going to be a good one.
We'll get to it. So it's the middle of October, hence third Saturday in October. And that means we are smack dab in the middle of spooky season. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love Halloween. Look it. It's freaking bats. I love Halloween. I love Halloween. What are you guys going to be?
Love you, Keith.
I will be. We're
going to be on the show.
I will be traveling on Halloween.
Now, what are you going to be? Not where.
Oh, what am I going to be?
Yes.
An obnoxious ass Bama fan.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, Paul.
Sneaky good game.
Well, it's going to be a bye week, and that is actually going to be show night. It's Halloween night, and I am going to be grumpy old man.
So I think we may move the show that week.
Yeah.
Just because. What's going on, Roll Tide?
Yeah, I'll be traveling to Gatlinburg. So.
Well, we have to wear costumes for the show that week, and I've got mine. I'm going to be a Jedi just because.
Really?
Yes, I share a very deep affinity with Star Wars.
Are you going to have a Schwartz on the show?
Yeah, a big one.
I actually did watch that movie a couple days ago, Chris. Funny you made that reference.
I see your Schwartz is bigger than mine.
Forget the ring. In the Cracker Jack box.
Before we get to the games and start talking and breaking things down, let's talk a little bit about recruiting. Sorry, Jeff. Suck it up. Deal with it. It'll be quick.
Why are we talking about recruiting?
I'm going to tell you why we're talking about recruiting.
Everybody wants to hear.
Hey, the roundup.
It's weekly recruiting. So let me preface this with something. We are not insiders. We talk about recruiting for fun, and we make predictions for fun. And sometimes we're wrong. The big guys get it wrong. We get it wrong. It is what it is. But if you follow the channel for a long time, we've been talking about a 4-star safety named Ivan Taylor. Taylor was at one point committed to Notre Dame, then flipped his commitment verbally over to Michigan. There is a lot of smoke that Ivan Taylor, the number 2 safety in the country, mind you, well, I don't want to say likely, but could flip his commitment to the University of Alabama. Alabama is hot on his trail. I feel pretty confident in that Alabama is likely going to land 4-star safety Ivan Taylor. It's a position of serious need for Alabama in this class. They need that and edge rushers. I don't know that they're going to get the edge rushers they need in this class, so
may not.
That's probably going to be portal additions. But Ivan Taylor would be a humongous get for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
On the Whoop meter, how do you feel?
About 60%.
On the Whoop meter, how do you feel? Okay,
60%
Whoop. That's good. It works all the time.
Look, I'll say this too. Like, this is not just something we're guessing at. That there's actually somebody feeding us some information. Could be wrong. I don't think so. This guy has not been wrong yet in steering us.
Nope.
I feel pretty good about this one. I do, and like I said, Alabama. That staff knows that safety is a position that they have to address with this class, so they're going to throw everything in the kitchen sink. Had a couple of good guys, especially with losing Smith over to Auburn. So that could happen any minute. So be watching Twitter, and when it happens, you guys all under Hayes, Fawcett, all those be like, Cotton told us first. So, okay? If it doesn't happen, pretend
Way
like
offsides, Cotton.
Yeah. If it doesn't happen, just pretend like I never said it.
I see you trying to break off, losing the way offsides to the Cotton now. Is this your strategy?
Hey, hold on. Okay. Okay. Let me go fix it.
No, you don't have to.
He's like P. Diddy. He changes his name all the time.
That's it. It's be Kitty.
Call me P. Diddy, bro.
Diddy.
I said you're like P. Diddy.
You were
so,
puff.
I posed while you're changing your name. I posed a question on the X earlier.
Yes.
We're going into week 8. Who do you feel is the most improved team this year based on their performance last year?
Tennessee.
The most improved?
Nebraska.
Are we talking outside of the SEC?
Yeah, I like it all together. Like,
that's tough, man.
Hard to ignore the U, but Vanderbilt's sitting at 4-2.
Yeah, I think I would go with Miami.
They picked that.
But Indiana's sitting at 6-0.
Yeah, that'll change.
More impressive than Vandy being 4-2?
No, not in the SEC. It's not. Which, by the way, Quinshon Jenkins, the former running back from Ole Miss who transferred to Ohio State. Did you guys hear what he said about the Big Ten versus the SEC? He said that the players in the Big Ten are much faster than they are in the SEC. I kind of feel like he had to say that.
Yeah, he probably had a script.
I mean, but
he had to say.
Is he wrong?
That sounds like.
I don't know. They're back.
That sounds like fake news.
Fake news. Way Offsides Ghost news. Anyway, tell us in the chat what you're going to be for Halloween. All right. So Keith says Vandy. K-Spray says Vandy. What's up, Nopod? Ooh, Texas A&M. Kirby here will look cute.
I mean, you could make an argument for a lot of these teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we need to wait until we're going into week 12 and see. But I did make a comment last night. I said, it could very well be Vanderbilt sitting in Atlanta if things keep going their way.
Nah.
This is a weird season.
Slow down.
I don't think it's that weird.
Anybody can get beat any day of the week, and
I agree with that. And
Vanderbilt proved that.
We went on a huge rant about that last night.
Breaks of yours.
I will say. I feel like.
I mean, week 6, and who's already bowl qualified? I mean, Indy's 6-0.
Yeah.
So that's something you didn't expect.
Okay. Cool.
Indiana, I never expected to start off this quick, but it's good.
Trish, you okay?
There's a soul in this world that expected Vanderbilt to be sitting at 4-2.
No.
And 2 plays away from 6-0.
With arguably the best win in the country.
Yeah.
That's debatable, but yeah.
Who would you say? Bama has the best win in the country?
Well, she does.
What?
It's hard to say what the best win in the country has been.
I think the best win right now is definitely Vandy over Bama. Because that was
maybe the biggest upset. But with what we've seen the last 2 weeks of this Bama team, it's we've come down a little bit. So I don't think it's
right
like that out of the realm. Now 2 weeks later, we're like, okay, well we've got flaws and we can be exploited, and so that loss isn't quite as jarring now 2 weeks later.
Well, and if you actually understand football and watch it, you understand that Vanderbilt, as embarrassing as it is to lose to them, they're a much better team than
the
real
threat.
Yes, and they're going to upset some other people this year. Definitely.
We're more upset because we lost to the uniform, not the bodies that were in that uniform.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not
Big 12.
They're not the bodies that were in that uniform 10 years ago.
Or even
2
last
years
year.
ago.
It's Jalen DeBoer, you guys.
Big piece that
There
wasn't
he
there
is.
last year was
Well done.
P1.
Welcome. All right. Call Fat Phil 2.0. Y'all just be dragging these coaches.
Yeah, for real.
It's possible. It's possible. I'm sure he likes this. We call him Bobby around these parts.
Yeah.
I mean, the deal is, he put on that hideous orange. He volunteered to wear that orange, and when you put that orange on, you get the hate that comes with it.
That's right.
That's job description. It should have been like 0.2 on his job description. Number 1, win. Number 2, you're going to catch hell from Alabama.
It's not full. It's
Yep.
Bobby. I need the adult. No, that's my purse. Anyway, so
I don't know.
Bobby, you failed English. You speak English, boy.
Garbage Truck Workers Convention. That's right.
It sure is.
So let's every conversation, all roads lead to the third Saturday in October. So let's just jump right in, gentlemen. Alabama at 2:30 Central Time will take the field after 2 rough weeks of football to face Tennessee, who has not looked sharp themselves in one of the biggest rivalries in college football. We all know what happened in Neyland Stadium 2 years ago. We know what happened in Bryant-Denny Stadium last season. Alabama opened as a 2.5-point favorite. That has opened up to about 3 points last time I checked.
Ooh.
And so I just want to get your initial thoughts. A lot of people are calling this a mid-off, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
I want to get your initial thoughts on what do you think? Do you think this is going to be more of a defensive type approach by Alabama? Do you think, are we going to be gunslinging? Are we going to run the ball? Is it going to be a high-scoring game? Just give me some general thoughts. Chat, yeah, we already talked about the availability report. Let me know.
I think. All right, so here's I'm going to copy this straight from the guys at Locked On Bama, and they put it real well when they said, if we need to trust the one unit to win the game late in the game, it's the offense. I trust them to a minute and a half to go, score, win the game. But do we trust the defense with a minute and a half to go to shut it down on them? No. And right now, no.
I don't know.
And I don't. Everybody, our defense has got to step up and shut down their offense. Their offense has not been good against SEC play. They have not thrown a touchdown versus SEC teams. Their stats are skewed because of the cake that they played the first 4 games. We have got to establish the run game and stop the run, and they have a hell of a running back.
They do.
Tennessee allows 79.5 yards per game rushing. Alabama averages 179 rushing. They average 246 rushing. We've got to run the ball. Right. And when you run the ball effectively, it sets
We've been saying that for
the big.
I don't know.
20 games now.
This has been. Yeah. This is basic football philosophy since the invention of the forward pass 100 years ago. You still have to run the ball. Defense has got to place a sound assignment.
We don't do it. We don't commit to it.
No, we don't.
I know. We just
We're
got
a token running team. We get 1 token run per every series, and the rest is Jalen or bust.
Well, you know what's going to happen. We're going to lose these running backs.
I agree.
You
with
got to put pressure on Nico.
I've been saying that just like Beck. If you get Nico's face,
just like Beck,
you can rattle him.
Yeah.
And Arkansas and Florida got consistent pressure on him, and he, suddenly looked mortal.
Everybody's talking about Nico, but I really think, to Nod's point, that the player to watch offensively for Tennessee is going to be Sampson, the running back.
It will be.
Yeah. We got to treat him like Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, he's legit, and they're going to try. They'll use Nico to kind of stretch the field, but they'll attack the middle of that defense with their running game.
Yeah,
and
you got no MF dog on that defense to do anything to this guy like we did to Leonard Fournette.
No, Leonard Fournette was 0-3 against Bama.
I know. We got to have a plan like that.
Regardless of that, he only averaged 2 yards a carry against us in 3 games.
Who's going to be the guy?
But we ain't got nobody that a dog that'll go out there and not allow that to happen. We don't got nobody like that.
You still got to go do it.
I think we do have.
If it is not in the game plan, if the game plan is to give up the run, we're done. There's no way to win without. Well, I mean, we've got to go put
game plans.
Somebody's got to dog up. Yeah,
we don't have any dogs. They took shit for 2 weeks and came out and looked flat. Anyway,
I get it. I get it. But to what we talked about last night, I think you can explain some of that away. Look, we know how talented this Alabama team is, and I'm being unbiased here. We know how talented Alabama is. We've seen it when they're clicking on all cylinders. We've seen how good they can be. First half of that Georgia game, that's what happened. Coaching, I think, let them down a little bit in that second half, and then you move into Vandy. They go on the road. A young team who doesn't really know how to handle the success and handle having that number one in front of their name. They play a much improved Vanderbilt team and get embarrassed. Well, then you go another week in it, and you got an 11 a.m. game at home against South Carolina, who traditionally is not a very good football team. We all knew going into that game that South Carolina was a decent SEC opponent that deserved respect, and I don't think they were respected. It's the best pass rush we've played, possibly the best pass rush we're going to play. And, they almost crapped the bed there. Of course, everything that can go wrong in that game goes wrong. But the thing is, they found a way to win. Now, here's my thing with Tennessee. Nod brought it up. The way Tennessee plays is they spread you out, right? They spread you out. Nico's got several options that he can pick from. So if you're not disrupting him, you've got a problem right off the bat because you've got man-on-man. Somebody on that field is going to be big. Right. Yeah. And so you have to, I think the answer is pressure. I think Kane Womack has been very conservative in terms of pressure. You see it, he does a great job with it on third down, but he's constantly bringing that engage 8 blitz, on late downs. And that's great, but that's a do or die situation, man. If you blitz like that, you're leaving the middle of the field wide open.
The middle all alone.
And that's another reason.
What they're going to have to do, they're going to have to bring that pressure on first and second down.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're going to have to.
Yes.
But it's where it's going to come from.
It's going to have to be very disciplined pressure.
I don't know where.
Well, look what we do on third and fourth down. We give up big plays.
If he's healthy and plays, I'll tell you who it's going to be. You ready? Anybody? Actually, we're giving about 30 seconds. Let the chat. Who am I going to say?
Yeah.
Whose name?
I know who you're going to say.
If you listen to After Dark last night, you know who I'm about to say. But let's see what the chat says. Who am I talking about? Who's the guy? Who is the guy? Just to steal the Arkansas defense. Yeah.
Arkansas had dogs.
No, install the Vanderbilt offense, and then you don't have to worry about that.
No, it says it's Devontae Smith.
Nope.
Or Robinson. That's not who I'm talking about. So if you look at Alabama's defense, specifically their pass rush, that first half of the Georgia game, they were getting all over Georgia. And then there was a significant event that changed what Alabama was doing in terms of rushing the passer. And then the following week, this person did not play. And then last week, this person did not play. He played, actually, I think he played a couple of downs, and he heavily impacted the game when he was on the field, and that is Justin Jefferson. Thank you, K Spray. You got it. Jefferson. If they can get Jefferson on the field more, he is the guy that can impact Nico and really change the trajectory of what Tennessee is going to try to do. Here's the thing. Tennessee goes really, really fast, right? And that's super hard for defenses, but they also have to be finely tuned because what happens when you go that fast? You make mistakes, right? You don't have as much time to process things. I think if Alabama is opportunistic, which we've seen them get close so many times this season, at some point in time, man, the ball's got to fall Alabama's way. And why not against Tennessee? And so I just feel like Alabama is in a good position to win this football game. He did get hurt against Wisconsin. That's right.
Yep.
Jason, he got hurt against Wisconsin. He played a little bit last week against South Carolina. I think he had a sack in that game, if I remember correctly, on Sellers. But
I thought you was going to say Russo.
I
Russo.
think, I hope
that's what I was.
Russo 100%.
Yeah, I don't think
He
he's
got
100%,
dinged, and
but
he
he's
hasn't
playing.
been 100% in the last couple of weeks. He got
No,
dinged.
that's something else I've
the
noticed with
Georgia
this
game.
team. We're getting dinged up real easy, and I get it; it's football that happens. But
Yeah, that's happening more and more at all levels now, just because the collisions and the workouts. It's
Well,
I will say,
a lot of them are soft tissue injuries too. You don't see a whole lot of
knock on wood.
like, oh, he tore, he broke his leg or whatever.
Yeah.
It's always like a tendon or an Achilles
Dude,
or a ligament.
That one injury to
Stop
Cole Adams, I thought for sure he broke his arm. A couple games ago,
I thought the
was
only
just
thing holding it on was skin.
Yeah. Jefferson finally got a piece of the pie.
Stigma's coming at it. Jefferson's moving on up. He finally got.
That's the thing, Link. That's the thing. Alabama is still waiting to play a complete game. I said this coming into the season. We talked about going in that Western Kentucky game. What did we want to see? I said I wanted to see consistency across 4 quarters because we haven't gotten that from an Alabama team.
We haven't had that in
several years.
And so I think if you can get that from Alabama in a single game, maybe it's a aha moment. The light bulb comes on, things kind of click.
Still waiting for that for whatever reason.
Well, this is the time where they're going to need it most on the road in Neyland Stadium.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's not going to be a night game. It's still going to be loud as hell. But if they can go in there and just offensively move the ball, and then if that defense can just if they can cut their third down defensive efficiency by like 50%, they will dominate Tennessee, I think. But that's the thing, man, is like they cannot get off. Alabama's defense is actually really good in early downs. Really good. One of the best in the country in early downs. It's those long, late downs where they struggle. This is going to be
you get a 10. If you can put together an 8 to 15 yard play drive, you're going to wear Alabama down and score. It's going to result in 2 scores. What it's going to get.
No, that's a good point. It's a good point, Nob.
It is, and I don't think
us.
Yeah, I don't think we're saying we're looking for a perfect game, but we'd like to have a good solid, 12 minutes go our way each quarter.
Yeah, we need that.
I don't want the first 30 minutes. Give me 12 in each quarter.
Yeah,
and so simple.
We do have a new defensive analyst, Rick Rabin, is coming on, and that's supposed to be helping.
What?
So
did y'all see that?
It's simple. The formula.
Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that information?
The interwebs.
The interwebs. Okay.
Best second down defense in the country for what it's worth. Yeah. I will say, on paper, statistically speaking, this is going to be the best team Alabama's played all season. I know what everybody's saying. Hold up. They played Georgia. Tennessee is the number 2 defense in the country on paper, and they're like the number 9 offense, I think.
They are.
There's not been a team Alabama's played with both units ranked that highly. And I think we mentioned it earlier. I think that skewed a little bit because of the opponents, kind of like the Ole Miss effect early in the season. They weren't playing anybody, so they're easily scoring 60, 80 points. All of a sudden, they start playing, decent teams, and they lose, right? Or even mid teams. I don't think LSU is as good as everybody wants you to think they are. But
if Nick Sheridan will wake up Saturday morning and make the decision to use Milroe's freaking legs, it won't matter.
But is that Nick Sheridan's decision or Milroe's decision?
Yeah,
I don't know. Could be. I see a lot of drop back pass plays called. A lot of pocket pass plays called. See no bootlegs, see no rollouts, see nothing putting him on the run. It's all pocket. Yeah. He's always standing in the pocket and throw off his back foot.
Not a lot of zone read option.
Sideways and throw
you know what I think you're going to see? I think you're going to see a very similar script of what they came out with against Georgia in that game.
And the Wisconsin game.
Because I think they understand what we're talking about, that Tennessee's defense, yes, they're the number 2 defense in the country, but what does that really mean? Because they haven't played an offense. I don't think they played an offense in the top 25 so far. So let's see if they're a legitimate number 2, and they're going to challenge them. And I think, to your point, Jeff, that's what'll happen, because they're going to put their best corner on Ryan Williams. So the first time Ryan Williams isn't there or Bernard's not there, Milroe's going to have to take off. I will say that Tennessee's got a couple of guys that are out defensively, which I believe they're linebackers. So that'll bode well for Jalen Milroe. But I think ultimately we have to establish a run game outside of Jalen Milroe first before we do anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the key to it all.
Yeah,
but for whatever reason, we just refuse.
How many years have we been saying run the ball?
Well, I mean, we say it every year.
2015.
Since Lane got there.
Although we did run a lot with Najee, so I'll give us credit there. But there's no reason why we shouldn't be running the football with the two running backs we have, even Richard Young. But behind the size up front.
Yeah. Caleb, to answer this question, yes, I do.
Commit to it.
Yeah, I do, and I'm going to tell you why. Florida is not a good offense. And that's not a knock against Florida. They're just not, they don't have a ton of pieces. They're not a good offense. And they moved the ball pretty effectively against Tennessee. I would like to look. I'm actually going to look at that box score really quick.
It was a low-scoring game, went to overtime. I mean, Florida did the best they could do.
Oh, Florida moved the ball. They had 361 yards of offense. They rushed for 138, but they had 223 yards passing. Now, here's the thing. I think if you can concern Tennessee, to Jeff's point about Jalen Milroe running, that may help the actual run game a little bit, because where are you going to run Jalen Milroe? You're not going to run him between the tackles. You're going to get him to the outside. So, everybody's going to crash out, and then all of a sudden you've got lanes up the middle for Jam and Justice. So we'll see. And yes, Florida did piss that game away, but
look,
I think
Florida had what you said, 150 yards rushing.
You judge signal, but we have
that is double
to do that effectively.
Yeah, we do. We could run the wishbone. We could run the triple option. We could run the Delaware.
We have the best running quarterback, and we don't have an offense that emphasizes the strength of a running quarterback. It's the most.
Which is weird because
I just don't understand it.
What did Kalen DeBoer have so much success with offensively last year?
Exactly.
A running quarterback, a Heisman Trophy.
Maybe it's
wasn't really a running quarterback. Could run.
And they had a running back that put up 14
blowed out
1,500 yards rushing.
Maybe he doesn't want to run.
Lance, it's not all doom and gloom yet, man. I don't know that we've gone back to the days of Jeremy Shelley and all that. So don't.
Shelley was rock solid inside 40. That guy was automatic.
Cade Foster, man, he was supposed to be the end all.
What, the linebacker?
Yeah.
I know you're in trouble when his most famous, what he's known for is making tackles on the kickoffs.
Yeah.
It's because all your kickoffs land at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's my point, B-Jamin, is that DeBoer had grub last year. We talked about that last night on After Dark. Like, it may not be translated as well because DeBoer's doing it by himself, potentially trying to teach Nick Sheridan this offense. But Sheridan's
calling all the plays.
Yeah, implementing his own stuff. So, I don't have a burner account. So
now, but we knew that Milroe wasn't going to put up Penix numbers. He doesn't throw nearly as good as Penix does.
Jake, we don't hide behind fake accounts. No need to.
Yeah.
No. You know you have one among you.
I seriously don't have a burner account.
I'm quick. I'll tell you. I'll tell you to get on these nuts quick from my account. I don't care.
Here, I'll show you my account.
I'm not scared of any man.
I'll show you my accounts. I've got 3 accounts. One is this account, and then the other one is the WOSN account, and then that other one that you can barely see. It's a Christmas literature account because I really enjoy.
It's OnlyFans.
Charles Dickens, and so
who? Charles Dickens. Oh, that's the guy that wrote Tiny Tim.
That's
everyone.
And a Christmas.
Hey, Caleb.
And a Christmas Carol.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say that we're definitely going to drop one.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't.
You know who I think it's going to be that gets it?
That drops it or gets it?
That gets it? It's going to be Malachi Moore, man. Malachi's getting his lick.
He needs to do something.
We need it.
He is probable. He's probable to play. I don't really know what the injury was, though. We were asking that question.
I think it's a rib injury.
What'd you do? Did you shank him?
Ribs. No, I think he took a shot in the ribs.
What's up, JB?
JB.
How you doing, man?
JB,
Y'all know JB.
We need to get JB on here one night.
Yeah, we should. JB, let me know when you're down, man. We'll get you on next.
Get us on the DMs, JB. Get us on. Come on the show.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. I hope he gets his lick back for 22, man. That'd be so poetic and beautiful. So
yeah.
Heupel has Malachi's number.
I don't
It's
know.
called number 13.
Yes, number 13.
Yeah,
He hurt a couple years ago. I know he's been injured. A bit.
Of the snitches.
The Valley of the Snitches.
Hey, LT is disruptive as hell, man. The problem is he doesn't finish
I
anything.
want to see him in there.
Yeah, if he can finish up some plays, execute completely.
I think it'll be.
So, what's your favorite?
I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, it's a tough game.
I made a comment somewhere that I'm fairly confident. From what I've heard, we're going to be okay this week.
What Zach? What's up? We haven't seen you in a while, man.
Yeah, where's he been? Where you been, Zach?
On vacation too, on a cruise, on his anniversary.
Oh, he been on an anniversary vacation cruise.
Caleb, yeah, they're all probable to play, but they're not 100%.
Yeah.
So, there was something I was going to say.
You looked at me and said, "Where something or what something or." What I mean,
I can't. These comments, man. I just had that mental image.
It's orange.
I said that I'm pretty confident we're gonna be okay this week.
I do too, man. Look, here's thank you, Chris.
Right. There we
go. What's been the story with even though Alabama's been very inconsistent for 2 seasons? What's been the story? There are a couple of weeks where we're just like, what is happening? And then all of a sudden they play lights out, right? I have no reason not to expect that this week. Yeah. Alabama's looked their best outside of that first quarter against Georgia. Alabama's looked their best on the road this year. So, so we'll see, man. We'll see what happens.
Sans one road performance.
Say it again.
Yeah,
since Sans one glaring road performance.
Hey, man, that was a big one. Going up there to Wisconsin and Madison at 11 o'clock game.
I mean, that was a
big deal.
No, I meant the loss on the road.
Vandy.
I said Sans the loss on the road.
I'm not counting that one. That one.
That
never happened.
Look forward.
They had to vacate that loss.
Yeah, they cheated.
It's been vacated.
Vandy never happened. Look, if this Alabama team makes the playoff, we're never going to talk about that, Vandy. Everybody else will, but we will pretend.
Yeah. I'm
already there. I'm already there. I will say I keep saying I will say this next 3-game stretch. If Alabama gets through this next 3-game stretch without losing, they're making a playoff, man. like they're making a playoff. I did see that.
Yeah, he's not coming to Bama.
He's
maybe a second loss will be good, and we don't have to play the SEC championship game.
What did Toby Keith say? Go West, young man.
Because that game is even more useless than it has been the last several years, anyway.
Eugene full of whiskey, women, and Nike money. Anyway. Yeah, we did too, Rhett. We did too, but it's coming. Be patient with that. I think Alabama's in good position with Ivan Taylor. We talked about that earlier. Jeff, you made a good point, man. That's something we haven't talked about, but I've had that thought. In this day and age, is it best to be in the playoff and not play in the SEC championship game?
Yes.
I think you do. You're getting a free bye week, right?
Right.
100%.
You get extra.
The thing is, yes and no. I mean, if you win, you get a bye week.
If you win the SEC championship game,
right?
But if you're not playing in it, but you
don't play in it. But you know what? If you're not playing in it,
you end up with 2 weeks. You get an extra week before the first playoff
game. But you may not make it.
I'm telling y'all, nobody believes me in my family, but go back and watch the 2017 Iron Bowl. And I'm not saying that the dictator took a dive, but he made no attempt to win that game.
Yep.
Didn't have to play the SEC championship game.
Right.
And then beat Georgia's ass in the championship game. Well, once we put Tua in, but
Tua beat Georgia.
If you watch that 2017 Iron Bowl, we lost that game with all those NFL players on that team. And Jalen played so bad that game. He looked like first half Georgia Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
But Saban didn't want to pull him and put Tua in and give anything up. So he just left Hurts in there and said, screw it. If we lose it, whatever. It's not going to matter. You know, I don't want to give up that secret weapon I have in my back pocket yet.
Yeah.
If there's anything that I am certain of on Saturday, it is that James Burnip will have an NFL caliber game. That guy has been Alabama's MVP. That dude's an unsung hero, man. He has probably kept a lot of points off the board for opponents this season. And we don't talk about Burnip enough.
Yeah. And we've needed him to be because the other rest of the special teams has been awful.
Kick return is terrible.
Does it though, Sigma? I mean, Alabama won the SEC championship last year, and Alabama fans don't talk about that. They talk about the fact that we did not win a national championship.
That's why the expectations.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, let me say this. That's the expectations that Bama fans have now. They don't care about the SEC. They don't care about a Heisman. They want a national championship. Now, if we were Auburn, we would love an SEC championship.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Because the expectation's different. Caleb, no, he's going to Oregon. I'm almost positive. Anyway, let's talk keys to the game, offensively and defensively. Chat, give me 2 keys to the game, and we'll discuss them. What is
Run the damn ball.
There's only one key. It's Jalen Milroe's legs.
Starts run the ball, stop the run.
Run, baby, run.
And I agree.
Anybody got
it's Milroe's legs. That's the answer to all these
special questions. Tennessee memory. Third Saturday in October memory.
I've got one.
Does it involve your uncle?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
No, it involves my mother. A lot of you know my mom is sick. She's been sick for a while. But I watched that game at her house. I grew up very, very poor. And my mom, but she always worked her ass off for us to give us stuff. And I remember she bought this little single wide trailer and she's so proud of it. She still lives in it today. But I was sitting on this little bitty front porch that some guys from our church had built. And I'd walked outside because I was like, we're about to lose this damn game. And I'll never forget, I did not see Terrence Cody Rocky Block. I didn't see it actually happen live because I was like, I can't watch
Me either.
But I remember hearing my mother in her recliner screaming at the top of her lungs. And so I remember that. I think every time I
went
walked
full
that
on
game,
fetal position, back to the TV, head down like this.
Oh yeah.
As Bill would say, it's Sarah Evans moment.
Yes, we are doing a live stream Saturday after the game.
Yeah, we will. Actually, if you're ready, I'm going to give you a link. You can hop on with us.
Yes.
That's a
game we're going to be on right after. Or at least
we asked last night, what's everybody smoking after the dub?
You already know my man, Padron.
Yeah, you're expensive.
Again, one a year.
One a year.
One a year.
You still got a full humidor?
Yeah.
Do you?
It's in my closet. Yes, sir.
That's not in your closet, just like you.
I think
that's where all those costumes are.
It's not really it's not like a great Tennessee memory because we didn't win the game.
Where my Jedi robes are. Sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
Because we didn't win the game. Some of you young bucks in the chat won't remember this. Yes, Link, 100%. But the 93 Tennessee game, which ended in a 17-all tie, which snapped our winning streak. We were at like 29 or 30 straight wins, and that snapped the winning streak. We didn't lose, but that game we were terrible, and Tennessee had the game won. It was all but over, and they put David Palmer in at quarterback in the last couple of series of the game, running, basically rolling out and taking off running, and he marched us down the field and ran in the touchdown and scored a touchdown, then ran in the 2-point conversion to tie it, and that's how the game ended because it wasn't overtime back then. And the game ended at a 17-17 tie. And while I was mad we didn't win, I was so relieved that we didn't lose, just because I worked at Bama Fever at the time and I didn't want to have to go in there and sell T-shirts that had the Tennessee score.
Hey, we
T-shirts. But yeah, so
do you think,
even though we didn't win, but that was just, I'll just never forget Palmer running that 2-point conversion in and me just feeling.
yeah.
That was
I mean, a tie, even though they didn't have overtime, a tie is almost saying you weren't good enough. Everybody gets a trophy.
Yeah, it was a crappy. They didn't keep non-overtime around much longer after that, but unfortunately for David Palmer, he was born in the wrong century, way ahead of his time. He would have eaten fat in offenses of today.
Well, you know, there's so many players from that time that just they were before their time, especially that, 91, 92, 93, those teams.
I thought David Palmer would just be killing people in this in today's offensive.
Now, do you know, I had a chance to sit with 3 guys from that team. David Palmer, Prince Wembley, and actually there was 4. Derek Lassick was there, and Antonio was there. And you know who they said the fastest?
Or London?
Langham.
Langham.
And you know who they said was the fastest player on the team? So they said Prince Wembley.
Prince Wembley?
Really?
He never showed it again.
They said
Prince before. He's a cool
They
dude.
said nobody on that team could beat him in a foot race.
I believe it.
Derek Lassick was my favorite Alabama player of all time.
Who's that?
Derek Lassick. He was like the first guy I remember when we first moved here in '92, watching that season, and then watching him just carve up Miami in that game was just epic. I mean, they had no answer for that dude. He was, and the story of how he came to Bama and then left to go home, and Stallings went up and got him or something.
Yeah.
Has it only been half a year?
I don't know.
I don't remember when it was.
Like, do you guys?
Half a year.
Some of you old school watchers who have been around for a long time, you guys remember right when we started YouTube, there was a video we were doing, and a picture just fell clean off of Chris's wall behind him.
It's in the intro, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's in the old intro.
Or the old intro.
So that day, I live in Florida, so that's all I'm gonna say, and
He's disabled
to help with some things, and so I don't know what I'm doing. That's not really my scene. It's not something I've ever been into, and earlier that day I partook quickly, and it was a bad scene. I was laid in bed. I thought
Angel dust, Holmes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was rough.
Only person
I
can tell your mom.
This ain't right.
He said Debo's chicken coop for 3 days.
I was still feeling the effects of that show. If you watch, I'm staring at the camera, and when Chris's picture falls, I'm just like,
I ain't been right ever since.
That just happened? Like, it's crazy. But anyway, sorry. I think it's time to do some picks, man. We got a lot of
that
games
one
to
weed
pick.
you was smoking, man. Somebody laced that junk with some PCP or LSD.
Yeah.
Well,
I know of which you speak, my friend.
I did something that I guess is a cardinal sin. I'll tell you offline.
That may be some of that stuff he got from Mr.
He's like, I did an 8-ball right before it, and it kind of messed with the effects of it.
Don't know what happened.
It did. There was time left when Cody took his helmet off. But we don't talk about that.
Don't worry. Gary Danielson made sure he pointed.
Oh
out.
yeah.
The celebration.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a curmudgeon.
You were close.
I'll never forget that bastard.
On the spot. All right, let's do some picks.
That's all right. Julio would have blocked it anyway if Cody didn't.
That's right.
Now we don't have to listen to him at all.
Who's got
That's
the list?
probably going to be the best Tennessee memory is not having Gary Danielson.
I don't know. That's your job.
Speaking of picks, last week we all sucked.
That's fine. It was a weird week, man.
Yeah, man, we did.
Well,
I'm sure the upset weekend was a pretty bad weekend.
Like seriously, Bill and Jeff picked 5 of 10. Me and you picked 6 of 10.
What about the week before, the Vanderbilt week?
Jeff,
There
you
was like
picked
6 upsets that weekend.
yeah, everybody picked 8 except Michael. Jeff, you picked 7.
So where are we in totals right now?
I don't know how many total games, but Bill's
Who's
picked
winning?
40. Bill's picked 45. You and Jeff are tied at 47. And I take that back. Let's see. Yeah, you and Jeff are tied at 47, and I'm at 42.
Coming for you, Jeff.
42.
Coming for you.
I'll tell you what, mine and Jeff, our little fantasy football league we're in's heating up.
Is it?
Yeah, because
I quit picking.
I hate the guys that play fantasy football, but they lose every week and they won't trade. They're not active.
Yeah,
I'm winning
that junk picks me off.
I'm winning my office fantasy football right now. So if anybody from the office is watching, booyah.
Booyah.
Booyah. Yeah. So usually I join and then I don't do anything. I don't change up anything. And they were like, you have to. And I was like,
you're that guy. Huh?
And I did. And now I'm dragging everybody because I'm real.
You're the guy Chris is talking about, guy that plays but never does shit on his roster. It's like, why play?
Well, that's because it's only fair for everybody else if I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's do some picks.
All
right. Chat, tell us you got in these games.
Let's do some early kickoffs. How about that? First game, Nebraska, Indiana, 11 a.m.
Hold on, Chris. Read this. You're going to love this.
Y'all my best friend.
Love Lance, dude. We love you, Lance.
That's great.
All right. Sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
Okay. Where was I at? Nebraska, Indiana, 11 a.m. kickoff. Indiana favored by 6.5. Nebraska's on a roll, but Indiana's hot too.
Give me Indiana.
What about you guys?
Give me Nebraska.
Bill going with Nebraska. And Jeff's checking his OnlyFans. He has no idea what's going on.
I said Nebraska.
Oh, you said Nebraska? I didn't hear you. Everybody.
I didn't hear you either. I was waiting for you.
Nebraska.
I thought you were over there doing some Rain Man stuff on your phone or something.
Nebraska.
17 divided by the 7th circle.
I got nervous. Like Jeff was taking this like really serious.
I'm going with Indiana. All right, moving on. 11 a.m. Auburn at Missouri. Missouri favored by 4.
Let's give a chat just a little bit.
Go ahead.
This is an interesting game because every week people keep telling us that Auburn's going to get better, and they haven't yet. They are coming off a bye week. This game is at Auburn.
It's at Missouri.
No, it's
good,
Missouri.
finally, because they played like their first 6 games in Auburn. Missouri is not as good as the media hyped them up to be preseason. Nope. But they definitely have a decent pass rush. I think I'm going to go with the Tigers.
Black and gold or orange and
Give me
blue?
Missouri. Give me Missouri.
There you go. Trying to be Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I was trying to be funny.
What about you, Bill?
Missouri.
Jeffrey?
I mean, they have a lame, but
I'm just going to start picking for Jeff. I'm going with the Tigers.
No, you got 42 wins. You ain't picking nothing for me. Last place guy ain't picking nothing for me.
I hate to say this.
I
hate to say this, but roll Eagle.
Oh man, I wouldn't have said all that. Something's not even a good Lord name.
All right, move.
So you're taking Auburn?
Taking Auburn.
All right. So
moving on.
People that agree with you. 2.
Moving on. We're going to Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma.
Yep. We're going all the way to wherever they soon on the boom. South Carolina at Oklahoma. Oklahoma favored by 1. It's an 11:45 kickoff.
That's an easy pick. Oklahoma had a terrible freshman QB, 0 wide receivers. South Carolina is much better than anybody wants to admit. Give me the Gamecocks.
Go Cox.
Jeff, you were on mute, but I think you said Boomer.
I said, who?
You were on mute, and you said something.
My wife's sticking her hand in the shot. Yeah,
I
my
just
wife
like-
got home. There's
South Carolina or Oklahoma?
Get out of here, kid. I had the clocks.
Clark,
The PG
you
way.
say South Carolina.
Yeah, Cox.
Yeah,
All
I think it's across the board.
I'm going with the Cox.
Bill's all cocks all the time.
Lots of them.
Yeah,
Lots of them.
That's my
All
my
right,
burner.
moving
phone.
on.
Raining.
Here's Bill's game of the week.
Big
Number
Bang.
12, Notre Dame at Georgia Tech. 2:30 kickoff. Notre Dame favored by 9.5.
We got Notre
And
Dame
to
and
the
Georgia
Georgia
Tech.
Dome.
Yeah.
Somebody else pick first this time.
Took the bloody Irish.
Tech.
Jeff going with the Irish. Bill's picking anybody but the Irish.
I'm telling you, if they play the Taliban, I will put on a burqa.
That's terrible, dude. Give me Notre Dame.
The views in the show are we don't condone the support of terrorism and of any kind.
No, that's Bill's personal. That's his personal preference.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Irish.
And the reason I'm going with Tech
Oh,
is
no,
not
but we can
because
go back
of
and
my
check
hatred for them. I think Tech's a little bit better version of Vandy. They're going to knock some people off.
It's not going to be this week.
It could happen.
It could, but it's not going to be this week. Sorry, Bill.
No, Vandy's better than Tech. But anyway, continue.
All right. Going on, number 24, Michigan at number 22, Illinois. Michigan favored by 3.5, 2:30 kickoff.
2:30 kickoff. It's at Illinois, Michigan on the road. That is a program in sharp decline. You've got coaches yelling at fans, getting into pissing contests with fans who are heckling them. Give me the Fighting Illini.
The Fighting Illini.
A lot of people agree with me here.
What about you, Billy?
Bert Bulimia. Give me the Illini.
Did you just
Looks
call
like
him
we're all-
Bulimia?
Bert Bulimia.
You're definitely going to get us kicked off YouTube.
For real.
I can't.
All right.
Making fun
How
of
do you say his
terrorism
name?
and
we just got back from Michael getting us kicked out of YouTube. So come on, Bill.
hey,
All right.
that was an accident.
Happy little accidents.
Bob Ross.
Happy little accidents. All right. 3 p.m. Colorado at Arizona. Arizona favored by 2.
By the way, Chris, I got Michigan in that game.
You got Michigan.
The Wolverines. Jeff's so
They don't make
confident
good
about
house
this.
picks.
Were you
I know,
leave
he's
it
not,
blank?
Jeff, are you a good poker player?
Sometimes.
He doesn't poker much.
Only when she asks.
That's right.
Sometimes when she doesn't. Anyway.
Never when she does it.
Now we're making fun of assault.
No.
No.
Can't-
Colorado at Arizona. Arizona favored by 2.5.
At Arizona.
Give me. I kind of want to take Arizona, but I don't know if I'm brave enough.
Give me
Yeah,
Shador and the
I'm not
Buffaloes.
either.
yeah.
I'm going to have to go
Travis Hunter.
Colorado.
Give me the buffs. Give me the buffs. Everybody in the
Yeah.
chat's picking up
They're recovering from the loss.
Yeah, I'm going Colorado.
And Jeff's going to be like,
All right.
give me Arizona.
6 p.m. kickoff. Number 8 LSU at Arkansas.
This is a tricky game here because everybody wants you to think that LSU's win over Ole Miss was super impressive. It was not, because Ole Miss was just hyped up.
Including the losers that stormed the field, beating Ole Miss.
Now, I, for personal reasons, want LSU to win this game, but I think LSU could lose. Everybody seems to be picking Arkansas, but I'm going to go with the Tigers.
He's going with the Tigers.
Baton Rouge, but I think it's going to be a narrow victory.
What about you, Jeffrey?
I'm going LSU.
LSU.
Go Tigers.
Billy boy?
My head says go LSU. My gut says it's Woo Pig Suey. I'm going with the gut. Arkansas.
Oh,
I can see Arkansas winning
Arkansas
the
by
game
6.
easily.
you know what? I told you that I had a take on this game just because of watching LSU this past week, knowing what Arkansas's got.
Give it to me, baby.
I'm going to say Arkansas by 11.
By 11?
By 11.
Bro, that's nuts.
Well, I got a receipt. Don't worry.
That's straight wacky and bonkers.
I'm
I'll
just
show
went
you.
with the Nussmeier, Kyron Lacey hookup in that game. That was my deciding factor.
Nah.
Give me the LSU.
You already picked. Shut up.
I know. I was
Just shut up.
All right.
It's killing time.
Next.
No, number 8. No, not number 8. It's pick this game number 8ish.
Okay.
University of Kentucky at the University of Florida. Florida favored. Actually, Kentucky's favored by 1.5.
So I'm going to surprise some people with this pick, and I'm going to tell you why. Florida is not a good football team, but what Florida is they are getting better every week. If you watched them last week against Tennessee, that was a better football team than the week before, and that trend is continuing. Here's the other part of this. Graham Mertz out for the season. Likely his career at Florida is done with an ACL. Hate that for the young man. But this freshman phenom that everybody's talking about, DJ Lagway, has had to compete every other drive with Mertz. That pressure is now off of the true freshman. And screw it, man. Give me the Gators.
Chomp. Do the chomp.
Might not be in there. Give me the Gators.
Do the chomp. Do the chomp.
No.
No, Bill. Never do that again.
Bill
Bill
was doing the gummy. What you think, Jeff?
I'm going Big Blue Nation.
Big Blue Nation. Blue Chew. Try it here.
We're going to come back to this comment.
We are. Bill, what you think?
Lagway's the future for Florida, and Kentucky is.
He won't be
They're
there
not
next year.
good.
Go ahead.
Gators.
I think you will.
Gators.
Well, it depends on who the coach is.
I'm going with the Gators.
If they hire David Koresh, he might stick around.
They need to go get Alex Koresh.
I'm going with the Gators.
That would burn the place down.
Tell Jackie I picked the Gators.
You threw me up. It did not register what you said at first, but I got it, Jeff. It clicked.
What Jeff say? Did I miss it?
Go ahead, Jeff.
I can never remember the South Florida coach's name. It just sounds like Koresh. So I always think of David Koresh.
David Koresh. And I'm like, yeah, I do think he'd be great. And I'm like, wait a minute, his name is Alex Galesh. Who is David? That's Waco.
Well, it's like, hey, it's how Bill messes up that one stadium out west. Just saying. All right, moving on. This one I just threw it in there because it's two teams. They're both 5-1.
Wow.
We hadn't really paid much attention to them because they're not SEC teams. But North Texas at Memphis.
Who's favored?
Let's see.
Memphis
Anybody got
by
a coin to
11.
flip? Because I couldn't tell you jack shack about either one of those teams.
Memphis is favored by 11? That's easy.
11.5.
Memphis.
Sure.
Who's the most famous player from the North Texas Mean Green?
Me.
McElwain.
No, he was Joe Green.
Coach. That's right. McElwain was the most famous coach.
Yeah, Mean Joe Green played for North Texas. And I will pick Memphis.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a clean slate for the Memphis Tigers.
Tigers. We're all picking Tigers tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Nothing like having an original mascot.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What,
I'm
like
going
four
with
in the
Memphis.
SEC alone.
You get a Memphis, I get a Memphis, everybody gets a Memphis. All right. Number 5, Georgia. At
Mr.
number
Portal,
one,
Memphis.
number 1, Texas. Texas favored by 5.
I want to pick Texas. I really do. I think Texas is the most consistent team in the country. I don't think they're as good as everybody's making them out to be. Like I said, I think the playing field is a lot more level all the way across the board. Texas has benefited from playing some really bad opponents. That Michigan team they went up there and beat was a shell of its former self. We all know the situation with Oklahoma. In saying that, I believe as an Alabama fan, it's better for us if Georgia wins that game. So I'm going to take the Bulldogs.
Yep.
I believe this will be Texas's loss. Every team's going to have a loss at the end of the year.
Yep.
Some will have 2, but every team will have a loss, and I think this will be Texas's loss until
Yep.
they
This will
lose in the
catapult Georgia
postseason.
right back to
If they
number,
lose in the postseason, but I think this will be the only loss of the regular season.
or number 2, and Oregon will be number 1.
And I
What's
think
the-
Dogs.
Alabama will be Georgia's only loss by the end of the season.
I'm taking the Dogs too.
Wow. No one picked Texas. Oh, wait. Caleb and Sigma did. That's it.
No, I don't think.
Now Texas.
Having said that, if I turn it on and Texas has won by 2 touchdowns, I won't be like, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah, I'm not-
just be like, yeah, well, they're
It won't be a shock.
Yeah, and I'll come back and apologize because that means they clearly are the best team in the country.
I'm not going to apologize,
I
but
don't apologize, but I mean, I'll give them their due.
apologize about. I mean, okay, they beat Georgia. Bama beat Georgia.
Yeah, or Georgia beats them and then goes and loses the next week.
Yeah.
Well, Texas has to go
Georgia
to
team
the
isn't as disciplined as they used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we went off of what team beat this one and then the loss to this one and that team beat this one,
Can't do that. Not in this league.
That's
You
never,
know who would be the best team would be Delta State fighting Okra.
yeah, that's never been a good metric.
Dude, this is like basketball.
Never.
You know, basketball is just a jumble, and it's like they just beat each other up all year. And then at
That's
the
it.
end of the year, it's like who's the healthiest? Because you just
It doesn't matter who lost what as long as you can make it to the
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah,
you know.
speaking of basketball, it's coming. Did you guys hear about Virginia's coach, man?
No, what
Yeah.
happened?
Dude just
retiring
freaking
tomorrow.
quit.
No, what happened?
Just quit.
20 days
20 days before the first game.
Maybe
and the portal
maybe
opens for 30 days.
No, the transitive property does not work in college football.
Does
Definitely
not
not
work. No.
Not with NIL.
So what? Are they don't know why he just quit.
Nope.
He hadn't said.
No
It's
explanation.
conference tomorrow. He's got a press conference tomorrow morning.
Somebody's pregnant.
Alabama or somebody.
If he's having a press conference, or Virginia is.
He is.
He is.
Okay, well there may be more to it than just I'm
He's
quitting.
he made
Well, yeah,
he said
definitely.
something to somebody or something, and they're about to pop him for sexual assault, and he's
Somebody
getting out in
touched-
front of it by quitting.
He touched me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's my guess.
Me
Is
too.
something about to
Or-
come out, and he's getting out in front of it, or he's got like bad health problems, and he's just found out, and he needs to step away.
I ain't got a
Somebody-
filter. I ain't.
All right.
All
Anyway, we're going to talk a lot about basketball in the coming weeks.
Number 7 Bama at number 11
No, they'll figure out a way to grease him in.
Tennessee.
Roll Tide.
Bama. When I checked just a little while ago, Bama's favored by 3.
Bill's
Okay.
just an old-
2:30 kickoff in Neyland Stadium.
See, we're used to that. 2:30 has been
Yeah.
the Tennessee kickoff for
That's the time.
years. So
Yeah.
that ain't that's bodes well.
Give me
We're
Alabama
used to
by
those 2:30
14.
games.
Last year was a spooky, weird game. We were losing until the last minute. I don't think it's going to come to. And then 2 years ago, we were winning until the last minute. I don't think this
Wait,
is going
wait a
to be
second.
that
Whoa,
game.
whoa, whoa. We won in the last minute last year? I thought we
Yeah.
beat them by. I thought we beat Tennessee pretty handily last
It
year.
was a pretty close game. A couple things
Well,
went
we were
Alabama's
losing at
way.
halftime.
The
but
first
then we
half was
came
so
back.
bad. Yeah, the
We won
first
on the
half was
last
so bad
second- the
last
last
year.
second?
I went hunting, and I came back and
Yeah.
walked up as the last plays were running.
We won by 14, but
Yeah,
Alabama
it was-
scored 27 points in the second half, and Tennessee scored 0. last year.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
It was
Bill,
I mean,
no,
it
last
was
second
a
win or
bigger
something.
win than it looked.
And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
We
won by
need
double
something
digits.
to keep Cotton's anxiety down.
Hey, I'll be fine, bro.
Yeah.
No, you
Man,
won't.
can't do it in this game.
Shoot me your number on X, and I'll get you squared away.
I think Knob's got about the right score, but I was thinking more like 34-28, something like that.
That's the exact score I'm looking at.
Who? Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm looking at like 42-28, something like that.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think this is going to be much more lopsided than anybody thinks. And the story will be Alabama's turned the corner and look out, blah, blah, blah. And then Alabama will probably lose.
Then they'll barely win the
They'll lose
next.
like Oklahoma or some shit.
Yeah.
So, college football is pretty predictable.
You're right. You're right. Who do we play? Who do we play next week?
Missouri.
Missouri.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. Then we get a bye.
And then
it's
off, and then LSU, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Then it is Mercer. And then
Man,
Oklahoma, and then Auburn.
you know, Tiger
That's right.
Stadium ninth is going to be the place to be.
Yeah, if LSU wins this game tomorrow, and Alabama wins, the momentum leading into that showdown in Baton Rouge is going to be huge.
Yep.
Game day will
Lit.
definitely be the
And then it's going to be
Who does
3-0.
LSU have next?
It's going to be 3-0 at halftime.
Who does LSU have next week?
I'm looking at it right now.
They
I'm on it. Next
I don't
week
know.
they have Texas A&M.
And then they're off the same week we
I
Yeah.
don't
are.
really think
off.
about Alabama
And
too much.
Yeah.
Say it again. Yeah, and then
They
they have
better not
Florida and then
worry about
Oklahoma.
Bama too much.
So everybody's going to pick Bama. Is that all the games? Did we pick them all?
Yeah, we picked them all.
Wow.
Yeah, here, let's. Do you want to play Go Fish?
No. I would like to end the show and go take some medicine. Excuse me.
The Devil's
Some of
lettuce.
Grandpa's cough
I don't
medicine.
think they've picked the time yet.
Bill,
Howard.
Bill, the way you said that was so creepy. I don't like it.
Gentlemen, I will say I will be back home Iron Bowl weekend. And I will likely be in Tuscaloosa vibing. So keep an eye out for the Waaaay Offsides crew that weekend. I know some of you may not be able to.
What does that mean?
I'm going to be in Tuscaloosa for the Iron Bowl.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I don't want to book the condo and you not be there.
Well, think about it, man. I got to be up there that week no matter what.
Right, but
We need to talk offline about this condo.
One lucky fan. No, I'm just kidding. Spend the night with
I
Chris.
will be in
Tuscaloosa.
a land far away.
I'll
You
bring
had me
you
at condo.
oh yeah, I forgot. Bill's
I'm
going
here,
to
fine.
Bill is going to Cuba.
Oh, bye, Bill.
That's right.
man. That's where Mr. Portal is.
We'll get that is. It's where at first it's Portal.
Yeah.
We've gone over.
I'm going to hang out with Mr.
Portal.
Portal. And
So Bill will carry a fat head of you if we
Bill hunts in a pineapple under the sea. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh,
Wilcox County, Alabama.
God.
Yep.
Sorry.
Bill and
So
those Cox, man,
hey,
again.
Have you seen Bill
likes to hunt in Cox County.
What?
Have you seen
Did I see
Willie
what,
making
Chris?
his picks? Have you seen Willie
No.
making his picks?
No, I'm a
They
scratching it.
did a video earlier, man, and I swear to the skin on the bottom of his feet's that thick.
That's gross.
Yeah, he put cigarettes out on the bottom of his feet.
Yeah,
That's nasty.
That's
But
serious.
good for him, man. I mean, I wish him nothing but the best, Steve.
yeah.
Is that how you get scurvy?
Apparently they're running them off in Tuscaloosa now. So
Well, they won't let them sell stuff randomly
Yeah.
because they don't have the proper licensing. So,
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
business. So, go
Oh,
through the
like
proper
business.
channels like everybody else.
we don't go through the proper channels.
We don't. Guts, Donovan Star, Pineapple. That's okay. You guys know the drill. Please like, subscribe, share us with your coworkers, your lovers, your fighters,
Your lovers.
all of them. Share them with that nasty uncle that's coming to Thanksgiving.
That's
The
it.
inappropriate one that wants to talk politics at the table. Send them our way. Like, subscribe. We appreciate all of you.
All of
Yes, we do.
We're here late Saturday night once the games have wrapped up to give you a live rapid reaction to what's going on. And then it looks like all of our BS with YouTube will be wrapped up around the second week of November. So we'll open memberships back up, as well as we'll have more uploads coming daily. All those plans we told you about a month ago that got scratched because YouTube is angry at us will be back on.
It's your fault.
Basketball season.
You did it.
Angry at us? Hell, angry at you, man.
Huh?
Yeah.
We're not angry at us. They're angry at Michael.
What's funny is I didn't do anything, but we'll continue. We'll carry on.
You didn't do anything according to the rules.
We'll carry on with
Someone may have reported us.
Oh, probably somebody who's probably jealous and constantly stalking our content and leaving comments that are passive aggressive for no damn reason. Why are you so obsessed?
What?
That we're better than them.
I'm not saying anything like that. I don't know what happened. I didn't do that. Who did it?
What did you do?
No, I said it now. Deep thoughts with Michael.
Oh.
Yeah.
Leave it up. It's coming off the top of the can here.
Here we go.
Listen, whether you like someone or not, whether you agree with what they're saying or not, whether you're trying to be a smartass or not, if you comment or engage with someone's content on social media, you are doing nothing more than helping their exposure. This is a rule that I'm adamant that everyone learn. So when you retweet, when you comment, when you like, when you use their handle and tag them in other posts or anything like that, all you're doing is helping them be more exposed. If you don't like someone, just look the other way. If you got a problem with what they're doing, just look the other way. We're all creators, man. We're all just here having a good time, enjoying ourselves, sharing a love for Alabama. Not one of us, myself included, has a monopoly on Alabama football. The University of Alabama does. So, look, be a team player. God bless you. God bless us. And God bless America.
If tomorrow all the things were gone.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for the night.
That's great.
We love each and every one of you. We will see you Saturday. I'll pop a link up when we're ready to go. Follow us on all our socials. As always, you know the drill. Say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands. Horns down, gentlemen. I said horns down.
Roll.
Be Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll dang tide.